Time by now for We See Africa, proudly brought to you by Siyabona Africa Travel.
Botswana is without doubt one of Africa's great game viewing destinations. 100,000 square kilometers, or an area the size of Texas, is devoted to national parks, game reserves, and the famed Okavango Delta, one of the most extensive and dramatic wetland systems in the world. Yet over 80% of the country makes up the immense former Kalahari Desert, an endless rolling wilderness of sand dunes and acacia trees. I'm Jason Kenneth, and for an insight into a land of striking contrast and natural splendor, I asked Siyabona Africa travel specialist Walter Smith for his advice on the best Botswana has to offer.
I was very fortunate to have, for the last 15, 16 years, visited Botswana for more than 3 weeks a year. This has given me the opportunity to sort of experience all corners of the country in all seasons of the year. It has the most incredible wildlife areas. Throughout that, the wildlife experience is, for me, one of the most incredible in Africa, a key and an impressive area to go and visit.
For die-hard adventure rookies, in fact, anybody keen to experience the ultimate off-the-beaten-track African destination, Botswana tops the stakes.
You need to have a sense of adventure to be able to explore and entertain yourself within Botswana, as the infrastructure within the parks are limited. You need to know where you're going. There are no road maps. So if you have traveled there 3 or 4 times, you'll know you need to turn right at the 4th mopani tree, just as an example. There are no fences around the campsites in Botswana. You know, over there underneath that jackalberry tree, that's where the campsite is. There's no shops, there's no restaurants, there's no laundromats. It is a destination that offers you what true Africa is about.
To the north stretches Chobe National Park, a wild country of floodplain, baobab, mopani, and acacia woodland. World-renowned, the park's wildlife roams here in great numbers and diversity. Its elephant population, estimated in excess of 35,000, is the largest single concentration in Africa. During the harsh, dry season, wildlife gather in their thousands along the perennial Chobe River, the lifeblood of the region.
The fact that the Chobe River hugs the northern boundary of the park creates an opportunity for incredible encounters with wildlife and bird life. It is very common to see huge herds of buffalo along the banks of the river, incredible pods of hippo along the river, huge crocodile basking in the sun on the sandbanks. The baboon along the Chobe are really entertaining, and you can spend hours watching them. Chobe is best known for its elephant populations. You can find a little spot along the Chobe River where you pack out your cool box, sit there, have a few sundowners, but often you have herds of elephants swimming through what is the setting sun within the river.
The Chobe National Park Savuti Marsh is a mysterious place. Magically, Savuti's unforgiving terrain blossoms into life at the onset of the summer rains in November, attracting huge prides of lion, herds of antelope, and even packs of wild dog, Africa's most endangered carnivore.
I love Savuti. With the rainfall from October, November onwards, this huge dry marsh, this dry dusty bowl turns into a green blanket. It's absolutely spectacular, and a lot of wildflowers. This marsh creates a highway for migrating zebra that move down from the Linyanti towards the Kalahari. There are thousands and thousands of zebra that move through that area. They move down towards the pans that fill up along the way for them to be able to get their sustenance.
The Moremi Game Reserve is lush and varied, a patchwork of lagoons, floodplains and forests. It's one of Africa's finest wildlife areas, and home to the Okavango Delta. The delta's emerald swirl can be seen from space, reaching out like a hand into the heart of the Kalahari. The palm of the hand is the permanent delta, while the fingertips are seasonally flooded swamps. A whole range of Africa's animals and birds thrive here in spectacular numbers.
Moremi is my favorite. If I had to imagine a Garden of Eden, it would certainly be the Moremi area. And what is most fascinating for me, traveling through mopani forests, you see mopani trees that are over 30 meters tall. You go anywhere else in southern Africa, if you compare it to Kruger National Park, you find this mopani woodland. And if the trees are higher than 2 meters, they're huge trees. Moremi is lush and it's varied. Because of the focus of the water that is supplied to the Moremi Game Reserve by the Okavango Delta, it attracts massive herds of buffalo, followed by lion and leopard. Cheetah are often seen there. Incredible amounts of impala, especially in the summer months. Once the impala drop, there are just millions of little impala all over the place.
Moremi is the textbook perfect bird watcher's paradise. But then again, why state the obvious?
Moremi is unbelievable for bird viewing. These vary from raptors to waterfowl, herons, egrets, storks. Bird life is at its most prolific from, I suppose, December through to March, when huge flocks of carmine bee-eater move into that area, sort of the fringe of the Okavango Delta. You have this crisp red color all over the place. It is absolutely stunning.
Signing off for We See Africa, I'm Jason Kenneth. For more in-depth info, travel tips and advice on the best of Botswana, www.botswana.co.za.
We See Africa was proudly brought to you by Siyabona Africa Travel, leaders in providing quality African travel options to the world through advanced technology. Visit us at www.siyabona.com or call Cape Town 021 422 3111.